Once upon a time, on 7 quiet hills in the heart of Italy, there stood a small settlement that would one day shine like gold across the world. This place was Rome, a city that rose from humble beginnings to become one of the greatest empires in human history. In the beginning, it was nothing more than a few huts, small farms, and rough fences. Smoke from simple hearths curled into the sky, while shepherds tended livestock on grassy slopes, unaware that their home would soon shape the world for centuries. Roman tradition tells a legend. Twin brothers, Romulus and Remus, raised by a she-wolf who nurtured them until they were strong. When grown, they sought to build a city together, but destiny chose only one. Romulus became the first ruler of Rome, giving his name to the city. Behind this myth, history speaks of early Latin tribes, influenced by Etruscan rulers and Greek colonists, slowly building a community with new ideas in engineering, religion, trade, and warfare. Bit by bit, this small village became a structured society with ambition simmering beneath its soil. Rome first existed as a monarchy, ruled by kings who oversaw expansion, laws, and rituals. But in 509 BCE, everything changed. The monarchy collapsed, and the people established the Roman Republic, a bold new system governed by elected officials, assemblies, and a senate. This transformation became the forge of Roman character. Competition, debate, political ambition. These traits were born here, and they would fuel Rome's future. The Republic grew rapidly. Through war, diplomacy, alliances, and strategic marriages, Rome expanded across the Italian peninsula and beyond. Every conquered region brought new people, new ideas, and new responsibilities. Rome was no longer a local power. It was becoming a rising force in the ancient world. Yet the winds of ambition also brought storms. Generals with great armies gained great power, and political rivals turned against one another. War heroes such as Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus clashed in the struggle for dominance. The republic that once stood proudly as a beacon of civic identity began to fracture under the pressure of personal power. A turning point came in 31 BCE, when Octavian, the adopted son of Julius Caesar, defeated Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium. Rome held its breath. The civil wars were over at last. With his victory, the Senate granted Octavian the title Augustus, and from that moment, the Roman Empire officially began. Power became centralized under the emperor, who stood as the ultimate authority in law, religion, military, and administration. The Senate remained, but its influence faded into ceremony. Rome had taken its first confident steps into a new and monumental era. Under Augustus and the emperors who followed, the empire entered a long and remarkable age of stability and prosperity known as Pax Romana, the Roman peace. For more than 200 years, the empire flourished. Soldiers guarded the borders, merchants crossed seas and deserts, and vast networks of trade connected peoples from the Atlantic Ocean to the Persian frontier. Cities shimmered with new architecture, aqueducts carrying clear mountain water, magnificent public baths, marble forums, and wide roads that stretched like veins across the empire, carrying life and culture to every corner. In bustling marketplaces, goods from distant lands were sold. Silks from China, spices from India, glass from Syria, and fine wine from Gaul. Gladiators battled in huge amphitheaters, poets recited verses beneath torchlight, and scholars debated philosophy and law. Roman engineering raised wonders that still stand today: the Colosseum, the Pantheon, and countless bridges and fortifications that resisted time itself. By 117 CE, under the leadership of Emperor Trajan, Rome reached its greatest size, ruling lands across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. This was the Golden Age, stable, wealthy, organized, and confident. The empire seemed unshakable, a timeless monument of human ambition. But like all great stories, the bright light of Pax Romana eventually began to dim. After the death of the philosopher Emperor Marcus Aurelius in 180 CE, Rome stepped into a long twilight. Succession became uncertain. Emperors rose and fell with alarming speed. Political corruption spread, the economy weakened, and the discipline of the Roman army, once the pride of the empire, began to erode. Then came the crisis of the 3rd century. Barbarian tribes along the borders pressed into Roman territory, while civil wars erupted between rival claimants to the throne. Inflation destroyed wealth, farms were abandoned, and the once mighty empire seemed to be collapsing under its own weight. To save what remained, Emperor Diocletian made a bold decision. He divided the empire into 2 halves: the Western Empire, governed from Rome, and the Eastern Empire, governed from the magnificent city of Constantinople. The hope was that 2 emperors could manage the vast territory more effectively, But even this solution could not stop the tide. The Western Roman Empire continued to face endless invasions, economic failure, and internal disunity. City by city, province by province, the West crumbled. Finally, in 476 CE, the last Western emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Germanic leader Odoacer. The Western Empire had fallen. Yet the Eastern Empire lived on, evolving into what we now call the Byzantine Empire, preserving Roman knowledge, art, and law for nearly 1,000 more years, until finally falling in 1453 when Constantinople was captured. And so, although the Roman Empire itself dissolved, Rome never truly vanished. The ideas it carried, law, citizenship, roads, architecture, literature, government, became the foundation of Western civilization. Nations today still borrow Roman legal principles. Universities still teach Roman philosophy and literature. Many modern cities stand on top of Roman roads and aqueducts built 2,000 years ago. Rome's story is not just about rise and fall, it is about continuity, how a civilization can live long after its walls have crumbled. Rome is a reminder of the heights humanity can reach and the challenges that come with power, ambition, and time. Imagine now a marble city under a golden sky, banners drifting in the evening breeze, the sound of sandals echoing across stone streets. Columns rise like sleeping giants, and the shadows of legionaries stretch across the forum. This was Rome, born from legend, raised through ambition, glorious in triumph, and dignified even in decline. And though the empire is gone, its spirit still walks through the corridors of history, whispering stories of what humanity has built and what it must remember to preserve. Follow for more.